We are going to be listening to a particular documentary that is going to open the eyes of many. It's going to open the eyes of some of our people that are still in the dark, mostly those of us in the coast. And it is going to be evidence to those that already know the truth. And this is what we stand for. But before we move on, we are going to take a short break and we're going to return.
Isoko wado mano awisoko
Kanu, Bodoku Chitete, what is the Chukunya Lundigo? Atem Gabaniru, the Wally Pepagame, or Chonkiade Willow Machacha. Or Chonkiade Willow, open Namu, what in our Chonkiade Willow. Imana water chopan here. Above ya chopmatu, and I can't work and one I chow. To go to win us, to go to the jail, from what is friendly again. No pressure, fight us dancing, no what it was of again. I cannot chunk at the middle, for me, I shall not can you. Osin Yamaro, Emesataniga Marili, Emesataniga Gotam. India Chacha Sibute, Ochaha Sibute, Inkedulani Perika. Indigeni Maki Diego, Wole Pusi Muneva, Unugodu Manaka, Umi Bokacho no Kani. Wakaito no kanyo umi wakaito no kanyo Kaichoba no kanyo umi Kaichoba no kanyo Unye chizi na wani aja politics Kaichoba no kanyo Unye chizi na wani aja lumbala Kaichoba no kanyo Kaichoba no kanyo umi Kaichoba no kanyo Jemu kanyo kanyo Kanu, Bodoku Chitete, what is the Chukunya Lundigo? Atem Gabaniru, the Wally Pepagame, or Chonkiade Willow Machacha. Or Chonkiade Willow, open Namu, what in our Chonkiade Willow. Imana water chopan here. Above ya chopmatu, and I can't work and one I chow. To go to win us, to go to the jail, from what is friendly again. No pressure, fight us dancing, no what it was of again. I cannot chunk at the middle, for me, I shall not can you. Osin Yamaro, Emesatani Gamarili, Emesatani Gavota. Ndị ọcha chasị bute, ọcha ha chasị bute, nke jụlọ n'Iberike. Ndị ji n'ịmaka ibi ego, wele kwụsị ụmụnne ba, unu godu mana aba, ụmụ Igbo ka ịchọ ọnụ ka anyị. Waka ịchọ n'oke anyị ụmụ Igbo ka ịchọ n'oke anyị ka ịchọba n'oke anyị ụmụ Igbo ka ịchọba n'oke anyị. Onye chizi na nwanne ya je politiks ka ịchọ n'oke anyị. Onye chizi na nwanne ya jalụ mgbele ka ịchọ n'oke anyị n'akụkọ. Ka ịchọ n'oke anyị njem bụ njem ka anyị bụ ka njem bụ njem ka anyị bụ ka Nnamdi Kanu odogwu chite ike osisi Chukwu nyelu ndị Igbo. Asị m gị gaba n'iru na onwere ibe ebe a ga-eme ọchọ nke a ga-enwe ilo ma chacha. Ọchọ nke a ga-enwe ilo okwu nna m gwara omugbuo ọ sị na ọchọ nke a ga-enwe ilo. Ịma na nwata chọba nke ya akpọbi ya achọ mmadụ mana nke nwa ka nwa na-achọ. Chukwu okike bụ ị na-asụ, Chukwu okike toteje onwedite ndị ya ga-eme. Ebe ya butere gị na operation fighter dasị na onwedite ọzọ ma ga-eme. Maka na ọchọ nke adị mmilo ụmụ Igbo ka ịchọ n'oge anyị. Osin Yamaro, Emesatani Gamarili, Emesatani Gavota. Ndị ọcha chasị bute, ọcha ha chasị bute, nke jụlọ n'Iberike. Ndị ji n'ịmaka ibi ego, wele kwụsị ụmụnne ba, unu godu mana aba, ụmụ Igbo ka ịchọ ọnụ ka anyị. Waka ịchọ n'oke anyị ụmụ Igbo ka ịchọ n'oke anyị ka ịchọba n'oke anyị ụmụ Igbo ka ịchọba n'oke anyị. Onye chizi na nwanne ya je politiks ka ịchọ n'oke anyị. Onye chizi na nwanne ya jalụ mgbele ka ịchọ n'oke anyị n'akụkọ. Ka ịchọ n'oke anyị njem bụ njem ka anyị bụ ka njem bụ njem ka anyị bụ ka
This is just a call. Please, I your mafia are we so cool in Maria Garden. We are not weak people. We are strong people. Therefore, it is time to do our part. about the governance of that place. Because they will give a counter order, but the international community will see that the people prefer to listen to those that is fighting for their interest. That is how you send serious message to people. Freedom does not come on a platter of gold. There must be some cost to it. This is just a point. Please, love your mafia and we so cool. We are not weak people. We are strong people. Therefore, it is time to do our part to support Kanu. It's time to put everything that should be on board this struggle and the restoration for them. The Kanu must be released unconditionally and referendum must be granted to the free. Besides, the Biafra we are talking about will be made up of 13 nations. Isoko nation is one, Ipob nation is one, Ishekiri nation is one. Talking about Delta State, and Nyocha nation will be on. Every other state, the tribes, the major tribes will have their nation. And even if it's 500 persons in a particular nation, they will rule themselves. They will rule themselves. That is the idea of Biafra. It's not that if the man wants to take your oil, Isoko will rule Isoko, Ipob will rule Isoko to the Isoko nation, Ipob nation, and the rest. You have your parliament, you have your senator, you have your premier and all that. That is the intention of Biafra. One is not is Biafra where there will be one rulership and you become like Nigerian government. No. So it's important. Isoko, Mako Mafia, Minero wa Isoko Wado, Wade, Ijo, Koinjango, yeah.
Welcome back, wonderful people. Welcome back, wonderful people. Very soon we are going to be listening to the program that we have for today. Okay, and I want everyone to pay very, very close attention so that you'll be able to be carried along and you will understand what we're talking about. Okay, so everyone will be carried along and you will follow suit and understand that what we are saying is very simple and our story must be told accordingly. Okay, our stories must be told accordingly. Now, these people have taken all attention to ensure that lies upon lies are being spread about our leader, not just our leader. When I say our leader, I meant Ojukwu. Okay, our eternal leader Ojukwu, what he did, what he stood for, and all of that. So, but before we do that, before we go there, we'll take another break. We're going to take a very short break this time around.
Imana nwata chọba nke ya abọghị ya achọ mmadụ mana nke nwa ka nwa na-achọ Chukwu okike bụ ị na-asụ Chukwu okike toteje n'onwe dịte ndị ya ga-eme ebe ya butere gị n'operation fighter class n'onwe dịte ọzọ ma ga-eme maka na ọchọ nke adị mmilo ụmụ Igbo ka ịchọ n'oge anyị ọ sị na ya marọ emesịa aka na ị ga-amarịli emesịa aka na ị ga-aghọta ndị ọcha achasị bute ọcha ha achasị bute nke dị ụlọ n'ibiri ike ndị jili maka ibi ego wele kwụsị ụmụnne ba unu godu mana aba ụmụ Igbo ka chọọ n'ụka anyị maka ịchọ n'oge anyị ụmụ Igbo ka ịchọ n'oge anyị ka ịchọba n'oge anyị ụmụ Igbo ka ịchọba n'oge anyị onye chizi na nwanne ya je politiks ka ịchọ n'oge anyị onye chizi na nwanne ya jalụ mgbala ka ịchọ n'oge anyị n'akụkọ ka ịchọ n'oge anyị
continue to sit at home. Doesn't matter who the enemies pay to try to deceive. Any one of us that they want to deceive, any of our people they want to deceive, they are definitely not going to succeed. Okay? They are definitely not going to succeed because our people are aware. Our people know what they want, and what our people want is very simple. What our people want is freedom. Freedom of all our people. That is what we want. So, it doesn't matter, because I am aware that some people somewhere, whether they were paid or so, they went about talking against the sit-at-home order and all of that. But I thank God yesterday, the person that led those people in that particular place where he did, he has come back to say that he is in support of this movement, is in support for the restoration of Biafra, and all of that. Probably one way or the other he was deceived. So this documentary is a little bit long. I'll try to be cutting it short. Some unnecessary parts I'll try to see how I cut it short, some repetitions, but I may not be able to cut off all the repetitions, but I just want you to listen attentively and get the message here.
Dear Biafrans and progressive Nigerians, I welcome you to this historic January 15 broadcast. On behalf of all those who carried out the January 15 revolution in 1966, I bring to you a message of truth and freedom, for it is only the truth that can set us free from the bondages of war and propaganda, which we confuse as history. My name is Colonel Emmanuel Mora Nobusi. I am 80 years old. It is time to be bold. I am too old to die. I am not afraid to die. It is time to tell you why we had to try. I am the last of the original coup plotters of January 15, 1966 with Major Chukwu Makaduna Zobo. I knew Zobo well. We went to school together. We trained together. We trained at Sandhurst Military Academy, UK. We lived together. Zobo was our first head of military intelligence and uncovered terrible plans to wreak havoc across the country. We organized a group of progressive military officers to carry out a coup on 15 January 1966 to stop a jihad and bring sanity to Nigeria, steeped in nepotism, corruption, and mass murders. The government of Tafawa Balewa, controlled by the Premier of Northern Nigeria, Ahmadu Bello, were using us in the army to repress the Middle Belt and Western Nigeria. Houses and cars were burnt, thousands were killed. There were 9 of us that planned the January 15th revolution. Majors Zobo, Amifero, Ifajuna, Ademoyega.
Now, I just want to highlight something. You know, there's something he called it. He called it the January 15, 1966 revolution. Many years ago, when I studied a particular book called Timelines of World History that talked about events, major events in the world that occurred in different times from ancient to the present, from different times in history. When it got to the zoo called Nigeria, when it got to Africa, because a particular time it started differentiating events in Africa, events in Europe, events at the same period of time. So when it got to around the 60s, when it got to the zoo called Nigeria, in that particular 1966, in the year 1966, in the book called Timelines of World History, it recorded, this was the first time I saw that thing, instead of being written coup, it was recorded as revolution in Nigeria. This particular coup was recorded in Timelines of World History. You can get that book and you can search for it. It was recorded as revolution in Nigeria. And when you listen to what this man is saying, you will know why that unbiased book recorded it as revolution. But what did BBC say otherwise? BBC said that it was Igbo coup. Let us continue.
Africa, Ukafo, Onwatulu, and Obiemu, and myself. However, 4 of us started it. Major Ifajuna and Major Ademoyega in the south, and Major Zobo and myself in the north. We then united at a single revolution. I am the last of the 4 original revolutionaries. None published the complete truth. Only me, Colonel Emmanuel Robosi, is alive today to tell the final truth, so that the lies will not triumph forever. We used us to repress the Middle Belt and the Yorubas. When we saw genocide, we began to disobey orders and swore to stop them. For instance, Major Chris Anofaro refused to release mass murderers caught with weapons and was court-martialed. He was replaced by Major Hassan Katsina, a northern Muslim willing to act. I was in Abeokuta, but refused to replace Yorubas. Instead, I opened our barracks as a safe place for them to run to. They told many lies about the January 15 boys to justify the genocide. But it is those of us that planned the revolution that they should have killed more than 3 million innocent Biafrans but knew nothing. For years, I kept quiet, blaming myself and wondering whether at 27 I was too radical, but my actions led to the death of millions. Today, the same evil in 1966 is being unleashed. As I watch, my sense of guilt has vanished because we were not the evil. We were trying to stop the evil. That evil is radical Islamism. I have decided to speak out and warn the world of the impending disaster if we do not stop it. Each time radical Muslims plan a jihad in their religious mission to conquer the world, they will fail. But in the attempt, thousands and even millions will die. That happened to us in Biafra. At this point, let me differentiate between peaceful, law-abiding Muslims and radical Muslims who want to kill others, to force their religion on them. The problem is that wherever peaceful Muslims are, there are some radical Muslims amongst them. That is why they began a jihad in 1966. That is why we had to stop it. That is why they killed millions of our people. That is why we declared Biafra. Because we are a peaceful people, and oil and water can never mix. My story is a warning to Nigerians. For years, I was prevented from speaking the truth by exile, prison, harassment, poverty, surveillance, and death threats held over many of the actors like Ojukwu, Vic, Awolowo, Ibrahim, and the January 15 boys that survived. But as I walk today, many of the events that led to the revolution are happening again, like Boko Haram, Fulani militia, Niger Delta militants, Shiites, Ipob, and mass murders. Some people think we acted wrongly in carrying out the January 15th revolution, but they may not be fully aware of the realities then. We were trained by the British to be patriotic, to do the...
There's something that I want the world to take note of. This man speaking is one of the young men that tried a revolution in the zoo called Nigeria in 1966. When that revolution failed and their intentions, when they used propaganda to deceive the people against the true intentions of the revolution. Why? Because we are not one. That is the reason such a thing could have succeeded. When that revolution failed, do not forget, they said that it was an Igbo coup. It wasn't an Igbo coup per se, because every Nigerian were involved. But at the end of the day, it was put upon the name Igbo, and a genocide was declared upon the Biafrans, because every Biafran is seen to be Igbo. Okay, every Biafran is Igbo. So that was exactly what they did. So because of that, as a means of survival, everybody had to come back home, and that is why he said that was the reason they declared Biafra. Okay, everybody had to come back and say, since we cannot live with these people, since they have decided to kill us, then let us take our destiny to our own hands. So I just want you to continue to listen and pay very close attention to this.
Ultimate sacrifice for Nigeria and to stop anyone acting against the nation. Instead of our leaders using us to defend Nigeria, they were using us to suppress the citizens. We decided to arrest them for their atrocities because no one was willing to act. Not Duke, the president, who was powerless, not even Chief, the head of state of the army, who was a conservative. There were many reasons why we had to act. One, to stop the killings in Yoruba land and the Middle Belt by MPC, the ruling party. Two, to stop the invasion of Yoruba land on 17 January 1966. 3. To correct the massive rigging of the 1964 elections. 4. To free Awolowo from prison and make him the Prime Minister. 5. To stop the terrible corruption, nepotism, and vandalism of the NPC, the ruling party. 5. To stop Ahmadu Bello's planned jihad. It was good that we acted to save the Yoruba and the Middle Belt people, and we thought that was enough to stop the jihad. We could not foresee that they will massively attack innocent Igbos. Not those who decided to massacre our people for their evil. Today, we are fighting Buhari. He is killing Sheikh movements and Ipob members. With the benefit of hindsight, we can see other ways of dealing with such evil. But for us in 1966, we just wanted to save the people from massacre. I wish to congratulate Kanu and Ipob for the good work they are doing to free our people from Nigeria and radical Islamism. Many of our people do not understand how vast Ipob is as an organization and the quality of the people that run it. On arrival in Israel, I started meeting high-quality professionals, and I was amazed. I don't know how Ipob united power professionals abroad, power traders at home, and ordinary people from market women, even rich wealth, under one Ipob family, with worldwide radio and television. Every Igbo and Biafran should be proud of them. They are the strongest force we have today to achieve freedom for all Nigerians. No wonder they can take on the Nigerian government and win. However, it is money that makes things work. I shall donate 10% of all the profits of my new book to Ipob. It is my tithe to freedom. Tithing is God's tax to raise money for the government of the children of God. I urge you all to regularly do the same so we can have the resources to achieve our objectives. On this day of 15th January 2019, the anniversary of our revolution, I want to hand over to Kanu and Ipob the baton of the January 15 boys to you to complete the revolution we started. I am Ogene Obosi, the chief and elder of the Obosi people. I bring to you the blessings of the ancients. I fought for Biafra. I was wounded for Biafra. I shall die for Biafra. It's after the Jewish Holocaust. People and we resolved to stop it through a series of citizens' arrests of the nation's leaders who were responsible. We saved the Yoruba and the middle belt people from genocide. We could not foresee that the colonial forces of British imperialism and feudal forces of northern Nigeria will combine to wreak terrible vengeance on Ipob. What followed was the second largest genocide of the 20th century after the Jewish Holocaust. It was worse than the Armenian genocide. Even jihad is getting once again. Evil is being unleashed. Radical Islamism is now the world's most dangerous endeavor, like fascist Nazism and totalitarian communism. Radical Islamism gives Islam a bad name, and Muslims must join to stop. Radical Islamism massacred 3 million of my people because we could not stop it in 1966. The events of 1966 are happening again. That is why we have decided to run. Those who are reluctant to call radical Islamism by its name should never get the wrong. We need world leaders who are determined to stop it. We put it all in the book. 1966. That should check Amazon and other online publishers. Jihad has been dead for a long time, so people think what is going on is reason to stop the internal invasion of Western Nigeria. Because people, just like many Christians and Catholics today, do not believe that a modern day jihad was going on. Killings were already taking place in Yoruba land and the Middle Belt, just as they are today in the Northeast, Middle Belt, and Southeast. Today, people can better understand what is going on with Boko Haram and Fulani herdsmen because of the worldwide jihad movement from ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Genocide, and so many other jihad movements. But in the 1960s, jihad has been dead for a long time, so people do not believe it. Even jihad is getting once again. Evil is being unleashed. And even Americano on January 15th, 1966, with Major Chukwuma Kaduna Nzogbu. My name is Colonel Emmanuel Yusuf. I am 80 years old. I am too old to lie. I'm not afraid to die. And now I'll tell you why we had to try. I am the last of the original pre-planner of January 15th, 1966, with Major Chukwuma Kaduna Nzogbu. We started discussing the nation while still in training in the United Kingdom. They said our coup was an evil coup because no top Ipob was killed. For the first time ever, you shall hear the real reason. It was a progressive revolution. We wanted to be ruled by progressive socialists like the Nkrumah of Ghana. The wind of change and independence was blowing across Africa, liberating us from slavery and colonialism. We wanted a Bafrani Awolowo to rule and do the socialist magic he did in the West nationwide. Free education, free health, agricultural and industrial revolution. Instead, the British landed us with a conservative, feudal, tribal, and religious leadership of Ahmadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa in the north, and Samuel Akintola in western Nigeria. These were the retrogressive forces we set out to stop, because they were spearheading atrocities, killing people in the Middle Belt and western region of Nigeria. But Sikh, UNC, Opera killed no one, so why would we attack them? We even wanted to arrest Zik and UNC for not bringing Bello, Balewa, and Akintola to justice, together with the military men back in their plan, like Brigadier Jack Namalari and Samuel Ademilego. They said we did not kill any Igbos because we are tribal. That is not true. All the progressive forces, such as Awolowo's Action Group in the West, Opera's Excelency in the East, and Kanu's NEPO in the North, the Santaka's NBC in the Middle Belt, but from the United Progressive Grand Alliance, were all safe because they did not commit any genocide but defended themselves. I was military training in Ghana, and even Aminu Kanu and the Santaka in the North had to arm their people to fight back. If NNAMDI orders Ipob people to fight Buhari's cabal with guns, will it not be justified? That was how it was then. Most leaders were in the progressive NCNC. That was why they were safe. No Yorubas of Action Group, maintenance of NEPO, middle branches of UNBC, and other progressives were affected. So now we know why.
The of jihad is playing once again. Evil is being unleashed on the world. Radical Islamism.
We're going to stop here on this documentary for today, but at least you have heard a little from Colonel Wubusi. I think he's late now, whether it was last year that he died. This thing was done in 2019. Okay, this was done in 2019. And he made one statement. He said, if IPOB rise up against what this Buhari administration is doing to Ipob members, would they not be justified? Okay, so would they not be justified? But even at that, till now, we have not risen up against what we have not risen up in revenge. All we have been doing, because our leader Mazi Tami Remy raised up ESN, and all ESN is doing is only fighting, not fighting the government. ESN is practically fighting the terrorists. The only time where ESN clash with the government is when the government come to defend terrorists, when the army, Nigerian army, come to defend terrorists. That is the only time ESN have to clash with government forces, because the army is used as, like I told you some time back, the Nigerian army is used as a terrorist force. Nigerian army is the elite force of the terrorism of the Fulani that they are unleashing against our people, the jihad. Because when they say jihad, it is actually terrorism. Now, I don't mean that jihad is terrorism everywhere, because jihad actually means crusade, it means to evangelize. But they use it in a different way. They use it by force. They use it for terrorism, to unleash terror, so that people will accept their political ideology or their religious political ideology by force. That is what they call jihad right now. So they use, because now they have the Nigerian government to their control. The terrorists have the Nigerian government to their control right now, because as when Buhari came, all the people he surrounded by himself are terrorists or terrorist sympathizers. So now he's dead, they continued in the same ideology and put somebody that will carry his face, so that their own ideology will continue. The reason they did not hand over power to Osinbajo is because Osinbajo is not part of that clique. He is not a terrorist like them. If he gets power, he might begin to change the order, he might begin to change things, and they do not want that thing to change, and they do not trust that power to get to anybody. Naturally, it will get to Osinbajo, and they cannot begin to change things or change the political order of the zoo. So they have to keep it hidden. So when we tell some people that Buhari is dead and what they have there is an impostor, it is difficult for them to understand, because they do not know how determined these people are. These terrorists, how determined they are. So you have heard it. Now, I know because I went to higher institution in Imo State, when I used to tell some people then, because most of these things, my dad schooled me properly on it, and he made me to understand that that coup of 1966 was actually a revolution. And it was never an Igbo coup until BBC announced that it was an Igbo coup. It was BBC that announced it. I think maybe when I was trying to skip the unnecessary parts, those repetitions, I think I skipped that part where he mentioned it, that Britain. It is on YouTube. Okay, it is on YouTube. Just type Colonel Emmanuel Wubusi documentary. You're going to find it. You can stay in your house and listen to it, digest it properly. I am taking my time to do this because I know that there are many new people that are trying to get to understand what we are fighting for, what this movement is all about, and why after 50 years we are still here doing what we're doing. There are many people from other nations that were not aware. As a result of this, our sit at home, many people are becoming aware of this movement and what we're doing and why our leader is in detention, and we want the world to be aware. The world must be aware. Everybody must know. And the rest of you that were confused before, you have to know it was never a tribal coup. The people that plotted that coup, as he rightly said, they were against those that were retrogressive. And this is the plot of Britain and the likes of them all over the world, what they do in Africa, because to them Africa is just a marketplace where they come to get raw materials and come to make money and take to their countries and enrich themselves. What they do in London basically is to enrich their banks with money stolen from Africa. That is the truth. That is the reason Britain have interest to always put retrogressive people in power. In many African nations, they put retrogressive men and retrogressive ideologies in power. That was the reason Britain, or Buhari when he was alive, when he was to contest in 2015, all through 2014, Buhari was going to London to address them. And when it was requested that he should come and address Nigerians that he was seeking for their vote, Buhari didn't show up. He gave one flimsy reason and all that, but he was in London addressing them, and they were asking him questions, and he was asking. What were the questions they asked him? He didn't know. Media did not carry it. What were the answers he gave? He did not know. Media did not carry it. Because they were sure that Goodluck Jonathan, even though it was impossible to run a nation like Nigeria, but Goodluck Jonathan was trying his best. He was trying his best, because Nigeria is impossible. When you saw Goodluck Jonathan fail, was that he was trying his best to So, sorry for that breaking transmission. So he was trying to do his best to make something out of the impossible. So what people saw was a weak president, a president that cannot do anything, because that was the first time that Nigerians were actually seeing a government that the people could contribute to. Because prior to that time, it was a dictatorship. Because that is the only way you can run a country like Nigeria, because it is impossible. It is impossible to rule Nigeria like they are human beings. It was practically dictatorship. All the other people that have come before, it was dictatorship. And that is the reason the Buhari administration is continuing in the same light. But why it is difficult for the Buhari administration now to succeed is because just before it came, the Goodluck administration has already made Nigerians to participate in the polity of what they call a country. So it became very, very obvious. Even at that, they were trying to make some little progress, and Britain saw it. That this small progress these people are making, if they continue like this, a particular time they will no longer be bringing money to London. And they may, a particular time, the people will begin to own their systems in such a way that politicians will no longer have power to steal and put money in our banks. That is one other area, apart from the way they make money from our oil. That is another area that they make money. when people steal. They make money from people that steal. Britain make money from thieves in Africa. Thieves all over Africa. That is the reason they are not going to support anybody that want to put up a system that will curtail stealing, that will curtail politicians in government stealing money from the people. So they had to bring in a retrogressive Buhari. That is just it. That is the reason you have Buhari today. And Obama was there to back it up. Because Obama believed in jihad. He believed in what these Buhari people are doing today. What these Fulani are doing. He believes in it. He believes the Muslim should be the one in power. That is the average mindset of the terrorists. If it's not a Muslim in power, that is the reason Obama supported it. A Muslim should be in power. Where there are Christians and Muslims, the Muslims should be in power. And that is the reason we cannot live with such a people. We are not the same. We do not think the same way. We believe that a competent person should be in power. Because when the competent person is in power, everybody will enjoy. When you have a company and you employ competent hands, the company will make progress. If you employ people out of nepotism, he is my brother, he is my friend, the company will crash. What you are there for is for progress. You're not there to make somebody happy. Except your friend is the most competent, then he should have a job. Except your brother or your sister is the most competent, then they should have the job. But whereby they are not competent, the competent person, even though he is your enemy, he should have the job. That is our mindset. That is how we reason in Biafra. And sometimes even in Odua. When you come down to the south of the zoo, we think on practically the person that can deliver. But the terrorists, they don't think that way. When Boko Haram was hitting everywhere, what was the condition that they gave to Bilo Jonathan? They said that he should become a Muslim. That is the reason this administration is only employing Muslims. Today we heard of a particular Ibrahim that is being tortured in one country, somewhere in the world. All the people, all the Christians, all the people that have been tortured, Biafrans, Odua people that have been tortured, when our people were being killed in South Africa, in xenophobia, the government kept mute. Why? They are all Christians. Majority of them are Christians. Fulani do not travel that much because their intention is to spread across the zoo and cause mayhem. In fact, those of them that are not even from the zoo, they travel down here to come and cause trouble. And they make our people to travel outside of our land. They try to bring poverty and all of it so that our people will run away from our land to other places. That is what they do. So they are not outside. But when they heard an Ibrahim, you see the news carrying it. The government is not interested. But all the Akpan, all the Uche, all the people that their names are not Ibrahim or Ahmed or Mohammed or Isa, all the people that their names are Chinedu, that their names are Ebitimi, that their names are Femi, that are being tortured in many countries all over the world, the government of the zoo called Nigeria will be quiet. No matter how much publicity you make on social media or any other media that you can get your hands on, you will never hear anything from the government. But because it is an Ibrahim, That is why the world must know that we are not one. And it doesn't matter how long we are going to continue this movement, we are going to continue this struggle until referendum is given and our leader is released. And this shutdown of our land will continue until our leader is released. And this movement will not stop until referendum is given. Those that have been given referendum, those in Scotland that were given referendum to choose whether they want to be part of the United Kingdom or they want to have a Scotland Republic, are they better human beings than Biafrans? Why should the world be quiet? Why should the world be quiet? And we are putting the world on notice that we are going to do everything humanly possible to ensure that the attention of the world is driven towards Biafra land. And if the attention of the world is driven towards Biafra land and nothing is done, we are going to do everything. The fact is that Biafra must be restored. We cannot capitulate. It is impossible because we have no other choice. There is no other choice. There are two choices left for us: either to die or to restore Biafra. If you're a Biafran listening to the sound of my voice and you have not realized this, if you do not choose to restore Biafra, you have automatically chosen to die. This is very simple. You either choose to die or you choose to restore Biafra. Now, when I say something like this, the media might want to change the story and go about and be saying that, IPOB is now threatening people that they should die or choose Biafra. No, we are not the ones threatening. Death is facing us, and Biafra is the solution. Death is all over. The people are coming. Every day you're seeing the news. They are killing this one died here. This number of people died. And so number of people died here. The death is coming, is at your doorstep. And we are showing you the Noah's Ark. The Noah's Ark is Biafra. The Noah's Ark is the restoration of Biafra. And without the restoration of Biafra, what you will have automatically by default is death. Those that have died, you are not better than them. The bullets that killed them, if it had gotten to you, it would have killed you as well. The knives that killed them, it would have, if it had gotten to you, it would have killed you as well. Because you did not die when they died, does not mean that when the death comes to your face, that it will not swallow you. What we are giving is a solution. And our people know that Biafra is the only solution. That is why you see people sitting at home. The other people in the other places is because they are yet to understand. There is no other means of survival. Biafra is the only means of survival, and our people know it. And we shall chase this means of survival at the cost of our lives, because we are already at death toll. We have all been sentenced to death in the land of Biafra, and every other people that are in the zoo called Nigeria. Everybody has been sentenced to death by the presidency of Nigeria, by the Fulani, by Mietiala and every other terrorist organization being sponsored by the Nigerian government, either directly or indirectly. The Nigerian police force, the Nigerian army, or all of their military have decided to exterminate Biafrans and the other people in the zoo called Nigeria. What you have is extermination. What these people are doing, they want to exterminate everyone. Death is coming. The only solution is Biafra. And the only man that has stayed true to this cause is our leader, Mazi Kanu. That is the reason we are going to do everything. If it is hunger, we will go hungry for one day every week. And if that is not enough, we'll add more to it. It may not be another day of lockdown added to it, but the lockdown will not be lifted. We'll add more things to it until the world listens and our land is free from this death called Fulani. And at this juncture, we are going to be opening the lines. The line to call is +45 7164 5962. You can only call us on Signal. You can only call this line on Signal. That is the line to call. Is +45 7164 5962. I take it once again, +45 7164 5962. You can call and express your view concerning what we're saying on this program. And you have very short time to call. We have less than 30 minutes for this call time, so I may not take much people. So if you're calling, you have to call fast. And when you're when you're on air, please just try and be brief and use just 3 minutes for your communication. If you can use less than that, that is beautiful. Whatever you want to do, use 3 minutes. And if you use more than 3 minutes, I might have to cut you short and you will not blame me. So you plan yourself and try to ensure that you communicate whatever you want to communicate in just 3 minutes. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from? Hello? Oh. Can you hear me? Sorry, you may have to call back because we cannot hear you and we do not have the leisure of time to waste on air right now. So if you're calling, you can call. Okay, he's calling back. Hello, can you hear me now? Your name and where you calling from? Your network seems to be bad. Yeah, good morning. Welcome to Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Everyone is listening. Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry, he's not talking. We have to take other calls. I will need you to look for a better position so that you can call better position so that your network will work properly. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from? We cannot hear you since your voice is low. I don't know whether you're talking or not. Hello? Many people seem to be having a network challenge today. Many people seem to be fighting with their network. Oh, he's calling back. I hope his network is better. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from? Oh, it's off again. If you called and you're having challenge with your network, I had to cut you off. Please organize yourself properly before you call back. Don't just call immediately. Okay? Don't just call immediately. If I pick your call twice and I cannot hear you, I am sorry. I will be forced to not to pick your call again because you are blocking other people that should have been calling. Okay? You are taking the space where other people should have been calling and you're taking our time. This is the last time I'm going to pick this call. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from. I hope your network is sound now. You have just 3 minutes. You see what we're talking about? He has not taken care of his network. He has not taken care of his network. So the lines are open. If you're calling, those that are calling for the first time, I've accepted you. Now you can call in and you will see I wrote it down for you that I have accepted you. I'm sorry, I cannot take this call. You have been calling and your network is bad. So if you're calling, you can call now and give your contribution to what we have for today. So we have to put the story, the history, what they have as history in the zoo called Nigeria are all propaganda. What they have as history are all propaganda. Propaganda, lies, half-truths. And that is the reason many people are not aware of the realities on ground. Why shouldn't they tell you half-truths? Of course they will tell you half-truths because the government has never been sincere to tell their citizens the truth so that they will be able to have a sane mindset. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're coming from.
Mazi Tami Remy.
Very, very clearly the world is listening. Go ahead.
Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you very, very well. Go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Oh. Another network challenge. Another network challenge. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. I hope you can hear me very clearly.
I can hear you very clearly, sir.
So go ahead, the world is listening.
Mazi, this is you, sir. May God bless our leader, Mazi Kanu, wherever he is. I want to thank every Biafrans worldwide, wherever you are, those that participated in the sit at home order. I say, may you come and bless you all in the name of Yeshua. We pray.
You say?
Yes, Mazi, I want to also encourage our people that in this our sit at home order, they are not going to remain. If the zoo keep on crying, Mazi will add it more. We put it more like twice in a week. We will never back down. We never succumb to their pressure. We said that those that will come out on that first day of our sit at home order, whatever they will see, they will take it. We are not going to repent. We are not going to surrender. We keep on hitting them hard because the more we sit at home, the more the economy of the zoo will crumble. Mazi, may God bless you.
You say, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was very brief and very nice. That is a reasonable caller. He used his time very, very well, and I am happy about that. So the lines are open. If you have been calling, if your network is bad and you have been calling, and I've been picking your calls, as I said earlier, if I pick your call more than twice, I will not pick your call again, so that we are not going to be wasting time here, because we have quite a short time for us to be able to communicate what we have to communicate to our people. Okay, so if your network is bad, do try to ensure that you take care of your network. Okay, ensure your network is good and it is clear and it is sound before you can call back. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Are you hearing me well?
I can hear you very well. I think you should reduce the volume of your radio set because I can hear myself as well.
Okay. My name is Mazi Marcel Ndode Ochemba. I've been a regular caller. Mazi, I am very, very grateful and I'm very, very glad and thank you, God, for your life. For your presentation today is very, very wonderful. And first of all, before I go on, I will recommend and I will send my warmest greeting to our brothers and sisters, Biafrans at home, who was able to take a bold step to honor the clarion call for the sit at home. They really made us proud. The world is shaking. The zoo is shaking. So that's what we want. And whoever that is considering or just trying to know if they can succeed for us to bend down, instead of us to drop sit at home, we have to on the volume. We have to add more. Because what we are looking for is very, very precious. Therefore, it's very precious, and that is the last miracle. We are not buying that. Instead, we will add more so that the zoo will know that they are dealing with the people. Then, like the analysis he made about Abdulaziz, the Fulani man that told us to vacate the north. Now he has tried to realize himself and start to talk another way. So we recommend him for that. It's very, very wonderful. Even that of our great comrade, Mazi Tami, all of them have spoken well, and this analysis is really what we want now. We want more unification of the entire East. We want more unification of the entire East, so that we'll be able to achieve our aim. There's no going back. There's no turning back. Instead of us, I will say forward ever, backward never. So we continue to move ahead until we realize our dream. I thank you for your effort to sanitize your people, to enlighten them the more, and that they are coming up. We are happy for that. We appreciate everybody. We are not trying to take anybody's territory or whatever, but what we want is freedom for our people, so that the entire East will be free from the shackles of the head, which British have put on to. So I thank you once again. My name is Mazi Marcel Ndode Ochemba from Umechi in Olu Senatorial Zone, Olu Province of Biafra land. Continue the good work and the Lord will continue to reward you. And Biafrans, we are going to write your name in the platter of God. With posterity, we remember as many that have contributed one thing or the other to make Biafra to be a reality. This I prayed. He said, thank you, Mazi Tami.
You say thank you very much. God bless you. That's a wonderful contribution. God bless you. And the lines are open. The lines are still open, and I can see many people are trying to call in and keep calling, so that when somebody is on air already and you're calling, the call may not get through. But if you keep on calling immediately after he drops, your call will go through. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Good morning, my African rep. My name is Kisilo Silibu. I'm calling from Morocco.
Okay.
May God bless my leader, Mazi Kanu, and bless every principal officers, DOS, My African rep, I'm very happy and glad to get you this morning. My brother, you see, we need to push more hard. You know, those people that are telling us that we should follow the Nazi case with Nigeria in a normal studio. Those people are not human beings. They did not arrest Mazi Tami with a normal procedure. And we, the people, will never wait for any retire of Mazi Tami in that damn Nigeria. I want to tell the whole world, listen carefully. You people use Mazi Tami to compare Nelson Mandela. They are not the same. You get Mazi Tami, they are very, very far from reality. White people is the worst jailing Nelson Mandela. I'm telling you, they bring our leader to court, covered his face, and they took him back to DSS. My dear brothers and sisters all over the world, since when they arrested this man called Mazi Tami, they never see sun, never see rain. In this Johnson, we never see any breathing gas. We must do everything necessary. My dear brother, to cry is enough to us. We should stop it and fight regularly. Never. These people will never give us a good result. We must hit hard. And anything happen to Mazi Tami, let Nigeria know that their own is gone forever and ever. We are the children of Chukwu, and we will never surrender. Biafra or death. Keep it on, Mazi. God bless you for your program. We are waiting and watch you. Sit at home, all Biafrans, please, to avoid casualty, because it will happen. Let them be repeating all that Mazi Chinas around the world. It will hear to those Adamas, those who can bleed, who can come out to protest, to say they don't want to sit at home. Because of their business can bring those people out. We must hit hard. Anyone, 2,000 men must go down because so they never bury him. We have a lot of job at hand. My dear brother, keep it on. No time for pleasure until we get Biafra. God bless you. All hail Biafra.
Biafra will heal thee. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was very inspiring and very encouraging. Biafrans worldwide, and mostly Biafrans in Biafra land, should take note. We cannot relent. We have no choice. We are like a people that have been captured, and somebody came to give us a pathway from which we can escape the dungeon or the camp where our captives or our captors have placed us. And the person is leading you there and taking you through that path. But the person showed you that this is the only way. You know you are there and you're seeing how they are coming to pick people to kill them. They come and pick people and they kill them. You know definitely to get to your turn. Then somebody now showed you a pathway. You know that you are already dead. Are you going to continue to sit there? Or you're going to look for that pathway? Or you're going to follow that pathway that you've been told that if you follow this way, that this is the way out of this place? Of course you will. That way out of the death is Biafra. If you take that way, on your way to escape, your captors might get you. Your captors might still kill you, as they are doing to us. But because you know your captors might get you on the way and kill you, will you, because of that, say that you're not going to try to escape? Of course, you must try. If you were 50 when you started trying to escape, all the 50 took that path of escape. And your captors started chasing and started trying to kill. At the end of the day, it was only 5 people that escaped. Those 5 people will still be able to enjoy life. But if everybody chose to remain in that camp of the captors, in the captive camp, then everybody would definitely die. That is exactly what we are facing in the so-called Nigeria, and Biafra is our escape route. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yes, Mazi Tami Remy. This is Mazi Ifani Ezuma. I'm calling from Paris. Mazi, I thank you for the lecture of today. I greet all Biafrans. As just to make it brief, my purpose or reason of calling is just to plead to our people, if we can just constitute ourselves and make sure that we just put some relay stations in our land. Because as the kind of lecture that we are acquiring or having in this platform, it needs all of us to be hearing it, especially most of our brothers in the coastal region, because, this Biafra we are fighting for is just so that we can have equal upgrading, equal reasoning, so that, we have the same aspiration and eye-opening, because the kind of lecture we are having in this very holy platform is we can't get it anywhere in the world. And it pains me that some of our brothers in the coastal riverine areas are not, majority of them are not following up. It pains me a lot. So I'm pleading, I don't know how we can just, get together and, get ready the relay stations for them to be, hearing this very holy message. That is only what I want to say. I just, Mazi, we need to do something over it, and it's very, very urgent, So thank you very much, Mazi.
Thank you very much. That is a very, very brilliant point. That also has been my major worry, and right now I believe the leadership of the DS is putting forces together to ensure that this is done, but without taking any chances for purpose of speed. If you can put yourselves together individually, look for ways in which there are smaller ones, there are bigger ones that can take care of larger cities or larger space. But we need, no matter how there are small relay stations that should be able to take care of small places that few people can come together and buy. Okay, in our communities, mostly apart from the cities. This our region is to be in the cities, but also in the communities. People need to hear it from every angle, every space in Biafra land. Our radio is supposed to be sounding. Whatever you can do to ensure that this thing is done in wherever places our people on ground our people on ground know what to do. Okay, whatever you can do. Our relay stations must have to spread. Okay, whatever contribution that you can make on individual and collective ways, you can meet people, your principal officers, and put yourselves together to ensure that this thing spreads, because that is one of the major reasons most of our people do not understand. They do not know. We try to use Facebook, and even on Facebook they try to block us. Okay, even on Facebook they try to block us. Like me, I am not on Facebook right now. because Facebook has locked my account because I tried to broadcast on Facebook. So these are things that we really need to do. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from, and please do not forget you have 3 minutes.
Good morning, Mazi. I'm calling from Morocco, and my name is Nwoko Afani. Mazi, I just want to say thank you for your good work and all IPOB worldwide. I want to thank everybody that observed the sit at home last Monday, and I hope that we'll continue that way. I also pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu where he is. Though none of us is not happy, we are not happy about that, but hopefully he's gonna come out alive and sound and healthy. So Mazi, I just want to say thank you for your good work, Mazi. Remain blessed, and all IPOB worldwide. Remain blessed, you all. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you. That's a very nice one. Nice and brief. That was nice and brief. Okay. This caller has been calling and calling. And let me see if I can bring him in before we round up with today's program. Okay. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
My name is Mazi Shiofole Ezemba.
Okay. Go ahead, the word is listening. Go ahead.
I'm calling from Brazil. First and foremost, I want to appreciate all your efforts to make sure that the good news is being spread through this medium of Radio Biafra. And I also want to commit the life of our leader, Mazi Tami Remy, to the hand of Elohim in order to protect him and guide him in every aspect of life he's living. First and foremost, I also want to appreciate your documentary about Colonel Nwobosi and your analysis on it. These people have been hiding the truth and threatening our people with death in order for them not to repeat this truth. And I also want to encourage our people in Biafra land for them not to resist, for them not to give up, for them not to gullible. The method of GOS, of staying at home every Monday, is also a welcome issue. I also want to you people, if you can use this opportunity and medium to encourage our Western brothers, the Yorubas, if they can also buy this idea of staying at home, which will also bring the zoo to a core, because this evil woman called Katrina Line, under the High Commissioner of UK government in Nigeria, these people has decided that they should wipe out the entire Biafra. But so be it. We are not created by them. It's Elohim that created us, and it's only Elohim that can decide our fate. And that is why we handed our life into the hand of Elohim, for him to decide the fate of Biafrans. First and foremost, Mazi, I want to also congratulate you. Your name will also be written in a gold platter. That you people are the ones also contributed to the restoration of Biafra. When Biafra will come, all of us are going to celebrate, and we are also going to thank all of you for all these relentless efforts that you people put in place in order to make sure that Biafra will come. First and foremost, lastly, I want to congratulate also other DOS members, all the DOS members too. Yeah, thank you so much. In all their effort to make sure that aside from the leader not being they continue to put in place the method our leader has set for us to follow. Thank you so much. May Elohim continue to guide your back. May Elohim continue to grant you people the best knowledge on earth, so that you people should continue to broadcast and to broadcast the good news from this radio Biafra. Thank you so much. I should take my leave. Thank you for accepting my call.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. God bless you. And that's a nice one. That's a nice one. That's a nice contribution. Okay. We are rounding off today's program. And very soon I shall be after today. I will announce numbers that you can contact if you want to see to it that relay stations are put on our land, and I'm going to get a confirmation, then I'll announce it in subsequent broadcasts. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Good morning, Mazi. Good morning. My name is Elanya Uche. I'm calling from New Jersey, USA. I hail from Abuja. Abuja is in the province of Biafra land. And I know the time is short this morning, but this is my first time of calling a program. Even actually listening because of the time difference. But my schedule was different this morning, so I happened to have the opportunity to tune in. And lo and behold, I am very pleased with your presentation. I missed out on your message this morning. It hasn't been long since I started listening a few minutes ago, and I decided to call in and check in and commend you on what you have going on, presenting quality program to Biafrans worldwide. We thank you for that. Keep up the good work. I haven't been able to get any of our presenters since the lockdown on Monday. I want to congratulate all Biafrans worldwide. We are very proud, and we know that it was only the beginning. This is only round one. Round two will even be bigger and greater, and we'll cover some of those places where people were not 100% compliant. Good. So I want to encourage all Biafrans to keep up the great work. We will get there. We will get there with consistency and diligence and resoluteness. We will achieve all our results. A prayer out to our leader, Mazi, God be with you, strengthen you, keep you safe. You will come out. Not only will you come out, but you will come out and meet IPOB that is larger, stronger than what you left, than before you went in. And that is our task, that is our job. It will be a failure for only to come out and the IPOB he needs is the same thing as when he left. No, it can never be the same. We will continue to add numbers, we will continue to raise more money, we will continue to have more feet on the ground over there. And when the time comes, we ourselves over here will also be physically present there. Our boots will also be on ground when the time comes. I want to encourage our people from our brothers, same blood, same lineage. My father used to say, Ofuara means the same dress. We support the same dress. We are one and the same. Our people, brothers and sisters from the coast, we are one and the same lineage, same bloodline. That is why when they were killing up north, every time they kill up north, they kill both the Igbos, both the people from the coast, because they know that we are one. So we need I want to reassure you that in this Biafra struggle, your seat at the table is yours. What is yours, and will forever be yours. Your seat is either you come and take your seat, or your seat will remain empty. Nobody can ever take what is yours. Nobody can take your heritage. Nobody can take what has been ordained to be yours. Only you can sit in your seat. So I encourage all our brothers in the coastlands to join this massive movement called IPOB. You are part and parcel of it. And that is only the way it is, and that's the only way it will always be. Forget what this rubbish people like UK is saying. We are the same blood. I want to thank our members in IPOB here in New Jersey from the coastline. And I won't give their full names, but I want to thank Lauren, Priye H. I want to thank Mazi, Moses O, I want to thank Lolo Amaka O and all the Biafrans from the coastal region who are part of what we're doing here in IPB, New Jersey. I'm proud of them, and maybe one day I will connect them so that they could speak on this program. I think we'll have a great impact. I know that your time is short, but God willing, I'll try to be a regular caller to your program. Once again, my name is Elani Uche, Principal Officer in the state of New Jersey, USA. Can you, my brother, continue the great work on your Biafra?
Biafra will heal thee. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's a very wonderful contribution. God bless you. And that brings us to the close of today's program. My name once again is Mazi Tami Remy, and this is Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. Calls are still coming, but I am sorry, our time is fast spent. We are not going to be able to receive your calls anymore. Thank you very much. God bless you. Stay resolute. Stay focused.